Okay, we're back. I wanted to tell you all how I got started with Rodan and Fields because most people that I talk to kind of think that it's just your grandmother skincare stuff, and it's just not really for anybody under the age of 60 or 75. So, background story, whenever I was a child, I had horrible eczema, like to the point where whenever I was at preschool, people wouldn't hold my hands because I had it like on my arms and on my face, and obviously that made an impression. My parents did everything that they knew how to do. They took me to dermatologists that put me on every kind of steroid cream known to man. I have used it, if you name it, probably in the past 20 or 25 years. So uh, at that point in time, there just was nothing really other than that, other than, steroid creams and allergy shots, which I did do every Saturday too. My dad tried to make it special. I remember we would go to Shoney's every Saturday morning, and then we would go get my shots. So it was kind of a bittersweet thing, but nothing really helped very much. I wore like cut off socks all the way up my arms too at night because I would scratch in my sleep. Just not a pretty picture. So anyway, I got a little bit older and it got a little bit better, and then I got to be an adult, and I graduated college and got married and started teaching. And one of the moms of one of the little boys that I taught was a Rodan and Fields consultant. She started asking me about it, and I hopefully politely turned her down. I turned Lynn down for 4 years. um, Shamefully, now I'm a little embarrassed to admit that. Uh, Here's what was my turning point though. I had surgery on my foot in December. Why does that matter? Because no one told me that it could cause eczema to come back. No idea. Uh, it had kind of cleared up, in my teens and through college. It came back on my hands in a different form and caused like my hands to like crack and bleed. It was terrible. Like blister, it was not a pretty sight. I had obviously seen Lynn's posts for about 4 years and contacted her and said, "Can you help me, please? I know it's my hands, it's not my face, but is there something?" And she said, "Yes, try it. All of our products have a 60-day money back guarantee. You have nothing to lose." And I thought, well, I really don't, and I would really like for my hands to quit bleeding. So I used it on my hands the beginning of January of this year. Was so impressed with how it worked. I signed on as a consultant on Neelan's first birthday, actually, on February the 26th. I was blown away by what it did for my hands, and it was just incredible. So that is my why. I was sold on it within just a couple of weeks of using it, and that's just on my hands. I just kept thinking there has to be so many other kids out there, that still have eczema. I wish this was out there whenever I was a kid 25 years ago. People need to know about this. This works. I mean, talk about, you could just save your kid from, all of the burning sensations of the steroid creams. It could just make the world of difference. So that's one of my goals in doing this, and how I kind of got started with it and found out about it. I'm going to tell you about another product in just a second that I started using around the same time as Soothe that just blew my mind at what it did. All right, next up is the new product, so hang tight. Here we go.